All right. So what we are discussing, pair of linear equations with two variables. Note down. The general form the general form of pair of linear equations with two variables is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. You can write that where a1 comma a2 comma b1 comma b2 comma c1 and c2 are real numbers and of course this coefficient should not be equal to 0. a1 b1 a2 b2 not equal to 0. Right. So the whole chapter revolves here with only one particular main objective. The main objective over here is how to find the variable values x and y. So how many variables you are having here? How many variables?
Two variables.
Two variables. If you want to solve and find the value of x and y, then you should have two equations. That is a mandatory. See, if I give 3x plus 2y equal to 0, right? I'm not giving another equation. Then it is a linear equation with one variable, right? Then it will have many solutions. If I want to find the exact values, right? So you have a two variable and they should give two equations. Then only I can find. That is a blind rule, children. If I have something called in when you go +1 +2, there you will have linear equations with three variables also. But that time they should give three equations to find the value of x, y, and z. Is that clear? Nayonika, Charvita, are you there? Nayonika?
Yes, sir.
Charvita?
Yes, sir.
Can you open your camera, madam? What are you doing? Eating snacks?
Yes.
Hmm?
Turn on the fan.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get you. All right. So when you want to try to solve this thing, you should give two equations with two variables. Then only we can find the value. But how do we solve this? Solve means here finding the solution or finding the variable value. Two ways we can do. What are those two ways? One is a graphical way. Okay. So tomorrow, please get the graph notes. Okay. One is a graphical, right? Other one is a algebra. Other one is I can say simply solving using different techniques, or I can say different methods. The whole chapter is about these two only. How do I get the value of x and y, whether using graphical or using the different methods other than graphical, right? So graphical means it is easy. You need to draw the graph. Let's say, for example, let's say this is a line 1 and this is another line where it intersects, right? Then we can say this is the solution for, you will have, when it intersect, you will have x value, right? Obviously, you will have x value and you will have corresponding y value. So you got the x and y value, right? This is graphical, okay? But when it comes to the solving using different methods, what are all those different methods you are having? There are three important methods are available. What is those three important? Can anyone remember? No? Substitution method, right?
Substitution, elimination, and cross multiplication.
Right. One is called substitution. Another one is called elimination, right? The third one is called cross method. Third one is called cross method. So this is about all about how do we solve a particular linear equation using this. Which method I need to use? You can use any method. You will get the same answer, but depends on the question, what method they ask. Sometimes what they will do, solve the linear equation with two variables using substitution method and verify your answer with the graphical method. That means we need to both graphical as well as substitution also. First you need to do substitution, then you need to draw the graph of the linear equation, then you need to verify. Now we'll talk about another important aspect. Okay, let's see here. Please look into the board. Okay, all right. This is, let us assume that this is your graph. Now this is a line 1, linear equation 1. I'll say LQ, LE1, linear equation 1. Now I'll have one more linear equation. This is called as LE1. So in how many places it intersect? These two lines?
One.
Only one place. So it contains only one solution. That means you will have one x value and only one and only y value. That means that equation contains only one solution. Only one solution. What are the possibilities I am talking? So this is one thing. Second thing you can think, what could be the second possibility? If the two graphs are there, two lines are there, what might be the another possibility? Let's say this is my line 1, linear equation 1, right? And I have another linear equation, also the same thing. That means how many solutions is there? You'll have,
wherever it touches the x-axis, that's a 0.
right. So both are intersecting at many places, right? Both are intersecting at many places. That means how many solutions this linear equation will have? Infinite solutions. I can say many solutions because it is coincidence. It is both are intersecting together, not only at one point, right? So that's why this is called as this kind of linear equations will have many solutions. The third one is it will never intersect. Let's say these two are parallel. If never intersects means how many
It
solutions?
will have no solution.
It have no solution. Right. Now, to tell this, we need to draw the graph. Or is there any technique to tell this kind of things? I think in your school it is over. Please recollect.
So wherever it touches the 0 is how many zeros it has.
I don't want to find out how many zeros. Right? Say, I want to say that Murari, you are I think some go to the mute, some internet issue. Let's say I have a linear equation 1 here, and then I have a linear equation 2. Let us assume that 2x plus 3y plus 5 equal to 0. There might be another linear equation with 4x plus 7y plus 20 equal to 0. Now, without using any algebraic techniques or the methods, or without using the graph, you need to tell that how many solutions will have, whether these two equations will have a solution, or if it is only one solution, or if it contains more than one solution, or if it contains there is no solution at all. That's the question. How do we solve this? Simple. They might have given something called a1 by a2, right, equal to b1 by b2. What are the cases? a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2, or a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, or a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2, but which is not equal to c1 by c2, right? These are all the different cases, right? Without solving the problem only, you can tell that whether how many solutions it contain. How do I tell that? Simple logic, right? If it have only one solution, means let's say one solution, what should be the reason? A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. By seeing the equations only, you can tell how many solutions it contains. So if A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, then what is the solution? It have exactly one solution. For example, you can see here 2 by 4. 2 by 4 is how much? 1 by 2. And what about here? 3 by 7. Both
So
are
it's not equal.
not equal. So this linear equation contains only one solution. Exactly one solution. That's the meaning. Don't copy. I'll give you the notes. Next, this is the first case. Second case is A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. That means, what does it mean? Two lines are coincident
It'll
each
have
other.
infinite solution.
Right? It contains many solutions, infinitely many solutions. Is that clear? Next one is, what is the another option? It does not have any solution. That means lines are parallel to each other. A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2, but which is not equal to C1 by C2. That means these two lines, linear equations, has no solution. Is that clear? Everyone understood?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
we saw, right, it intersect maybe only one point. That means, what does it mean here? A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. When it comes to here, two lines are intersecting in many places. That means it have many solutions. That means A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. So whenever if they give any two linear equations and they will ask you, check how many solutions this guy contains, these linear equations contain, what you need to do? You need to compute these things. A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2. By seeing, you can tell that if both are not equal, only one. If all are equal, many solution. But A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but which is not equal to C1 by C2. That means it contains, there is no solution in such kind of scenarios. Is it clear? Yes or no? So that's the thing. We need to understand this and we need to write the notes for this. Okay, note down. Methods to solve a pair of linear equation of two variables Method 1, M1. What is that one? Graphical method. Graphical method. Number 2, method 2. Algebraic method. Again, algebraic methods, there are three methods are there. Under this, you can write in the next line, we can put number A. Substitution method. We will discuss that. B. Elimination method. I'm not sure whether you have a cross or not, but there is a method called cross method.
Sir, the teachers in DPS told that there's no cross multiplication.
Yeah, that is the problem with your school. That's okay. We will discuss cross method. Okay. Next line. Graphical method of, next side heading, graphical method of, I don't know how come DPS got name, that much name. Seriously. Graphical method of solution of a pair of linear equations. That too, this east branch is utter waste. Not only maths or other, how about other subjects, children? Other subjects also same? No comments. Children are so clever. Even they know they won't talk. All right. So we will talk about this tomorrow. Okay. We'll stop the
Okay, sir.
recording and